Sai Leela, Episode 44. Om Sai Ram. For a long time, Ramoji B. Upasani suffered from asthma. Upon the advice of Kaka Dikshit, he went to Shirdi in 1913 for Baba's darshan. On seeing him, Baba said he was glad that he came and gave him hudi with his blessings. From then on, Ramoji started feeling better and returned home. In March of 1913, his son fell ill. For 6 days, he had relentless high fever and the doctors gave up hope. The doctor and Upasani sat near his bed as they thought that his end was near. At 2 a.m., the exhausted father went out and sat in the veranda. He dozed off for a short time when he dreamt of Baba. He saw Baba applying udi to his son's forehead. Then Baba, standing before Upasani, said, "Don't worry, he will prosper after 2 hours and his condition will improve. After he gets well, bring him to Shirdi for my darshan." Upasani woke up and so it happened exactly as Baba said. After 2 hours, his son did prosper and felt better. The doctor was surprised at his recovery. 3 days later, Upasani received a letter from Shama. "I had not written to you so far as I had no directions from Baba to do so. Now, upon Baba's order, I am stating that Baba said, 'Have you been to your friend's place in Dhulia?' I asked him who that friend was. 'Upasani Balakrishna Ramoji.' He answered clearly, then added, 'I go to his place often, write to him, hence this letter from me.' 15 days later, Upasani, his wife and son went for Baba's darshan. Early in the morning, got down at Kupagaon and bathed in the Godavari, hoping to attend the Aarti. However, the Tongawala was late and Upasani was doubtful of reaching Shirdi in time for Aarti. Here at Shirdi, Baba said to Shama, "Stop the Aarti for a little while. Your friend Ramoji is on his way. He has set his heart on attending the Aarti." As soon as the family stepped into Dwarka Mai, the Aarti started. Baba called the son and asked him whether he recognized him from his vision when he was ill with fever. Ramoji and his son immediately prostrated before Baba, thanked him for his timely help. The next Leela. Eat this prasad," said Baba to Sridhar J. Dige and made him eat 3 handfuls of prasad. Baba asked him to stay in Shirdi for few days. Then sent him to Narsingh Maharaj at Kalaram Mandir. Narsingh Maharaj received him well and asked him if Sai Baba had sent him. He stayed comfortably in the house of a grape merchant on the Maharaja's request. The merchant bought him a ticket for Bombay. Then he went to see Narayan Maharaj at Khidegaon. "You are blessed by Sai Baba," said Narayan Maharaj, and made him stay there for a few days. Then Dhinge returned home fully satisfied with his pilgrimage. Dhinge family believed that it was the results of Baba's prasad and blessing. Das Kanu was a gifted man. He could compose abhang, extemporate, sing kirtans beautifully, write commentaries on Isha Upanishad. It's mentioned in Sai Satcharitra chapter 20. It related to the story of how Kaka Dikshit's maid servant enlightened him to write the Isha Upanishad commentary. Then he decided to write a commentary on Dhyaneshwari Amrit Anubhav. He felt he should write it explaining the details so that the common man could read and understand it. Das Kanu told Dada Maharaj of Satara of his intent. The highly knowledgeable Dada Maharaj was skeptical and said, "You must first understand the original text before embarking on such detailed treats. If you stay with me and learn and understand the book, then you will be able to write the commentary." But Das Kanu thought differently. If Baba wants me to write the tika, that is complimentary, then he will give me buddhi that is wisdom, I will not go to anybody to learn it. Dada Maharaj did not appreciate Dasganu's idea. Nonetheless, he prayed to Baba on his behalf. Then Dasganu began the commentary on the first two chapters and went to Dada Maharaj with the same. Dada asked him about his progress. So Dasganu read out he had written. Dada complimented him on the complimentary and said, Baba is truly a Samarth. Because of his favor on you, such a scholarly tika has been written. The next Leela. Although he attended Dasganu's Kirtan and Pravachan like Cholkar, he did not have faith in Baba. He thought that Baba was a Muslim. In 1910, this Ramchandra V. Patnekar, a retired clerk of Alibag, was in distress. His monthly earnings of rupees 30 did not suffice to meet his family expenses. There was a certain photograph of Akalkot Swami at Balakrishna Buva's Mutt and attracted him. He visited that mutt often as he was devoted to Swami Samarth. One day, Ghanshyam Gupta, a close friend of his, asked him to accompany him to Shirdi. He assured Patnekar that all his expenses for the trip would be borne by him. Patnekar was reluctant at first, and then he agreed to accompany Ghanshyam on the condition that he wouldn't give any dakshina to Baba. If he did, it would be no more than a rupee. Ghanshyam agreed to this and both of them went to Shirdi. At that time, there was only one hotel in Shirdi. Unfortunately, Patnekar found few worms in the dal when he was having lunch. He started shouting at top of his voice, "Did I come all the way to Shirdi to eat worms?" he said. Then both the friends went for Baba's darshan. Baba, on seeing Patnekar, flew into rage and drove him away. Patnekar was upset and decided to leave Shirdi without Baba's consent. The two other devotees consoled him and asked him not to do so. Later, both the friends went for Baba's darshan again. Baba had calmed down and looking at Patnekar, he said, "Do people come here to eat worms?" On hearing this vital question, Patnekar fell at Baba's feet. He realized that Baba was omnipresent. Then Baba gave him darshan as Akkalkot Swami, the very same roop that he had worshipped at Balakrishna Buva's Mutt. Patnekar was overwhelmed and realized that Baba was not different from Swami Samarth. He gave Baba 1 rupee dakshina, but Baba asked for dakshina again. He gladly gave another rupee. Then Baba gave him permission to leave. Upon reaching his home, he got another job which gave him a better salary and he could live comfortably. Baba took 2 rupees dakshina and gave back 100. The next Leela. Balaji Patil Nivaskar quietly went about doing Baba's seva. He swept and cleaned the streets that Baba walked on daily. When it was harvest time, he brought the whole harvest to Dwarka Mai and offered it to Baba. He and his family happily lived on whatever Baba gave them. In Satcharita, the wonderful Leela of how family fed thrice the number of guests is given. It was Bala's annual Shraddha ceremony. His daughter-in-law diligently cooked food for estimated number of guests. While she was serving them, she realized that thrice the number of guests had arrived. With grace of Baba and little Udi, that last guest was fed with plenty of food remaining. This is a similar Leela whereby Baba's grace not threefold but a multitude of guests were fed with food remaining. When Purandare once visited Shirdi, he stayed with Balashilpi. Baba told him that he would come to dine with him along with 2 other fakirs. With great joy, Purandare asked Baba what should he prepare. Make rice, shira, bhaji, 2 vegetable curries and a masala khichdi, said Baba. After the noon Aarti, upon his returning home, he saw that everything was ready. Then 4 to 5 fakir came and had their meals. While leaving, they informed him that many more would soon arrive. Later, a batch of 20 fakirs arrived. Satisfiedly, they too left. Then another 10 fakir came. They too were well fed and food still remained. Then Purandare went to Baba with betel leaves and dakshina and invited him for meal. Baba smiled and said, I have eaten a lot and I am satisfied. Then Baba asked Purandare to have his meal along with Balashilpi. All of them, Purandare's family and Balashilpi, dined together and still food was abundant. Purandare partook the food as Baba's prasad. He also carried the food to Bombay and distributed it to his friends and relatives and told everyone about this wonderful Leela. Here we come to end of Sai Leela episode 44. Om Sai Ram.